this. And so he made the woman, he took her from Adam's rib and took and made her and fashioned her to be a suitable companion for him. And when God brought the woman to the man, he didn't understand fully what God had did. He said, now this is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh and bone of my bone. She shall be called woman because she was taken out of man. But God let him know, corrected him in saying, this is your wife. And man shall leave his father and mother. They didn't have a father or mother. They didn't have any other familial relations at that time. But he said, for this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and they twain shall become, they are one flesh. He made her out of Adam's rib and part of his flesh because he wanted him to have a connection to her. He could have easily made her from the clay just like he made Adam. But he wanted Adam to have an affinity for her, a love for her. And God said, a man shall cleave unto his wife, and they be one flesh. Adam should have had some positive feelings toward her, but Adam had neutral feelings toward his wife. He said, she is flesh of my flesh and bone of my bone. She shall be called woman. He said, because she was taken out of men. Adam's understanding and feeling about it is, she came from me, but she's not a part of me anymore. But God said, yes, she is a part of you. She's still flesh of your flesh and bone of your bone, but she is your wife. And for this cause, a man's going to cleave to his wife, and they're going to be one. And they both were naked, and there was no shame. But he told them to be fruitful and multiply. He made a suitable companion to be with him for life, because Adam was probably of the opinion that he was going to be with God forever. Thought God was going to be down here with it. That wasn't God's plan. See, our thoughts are not God's thoughts. Our ways are not God's ways. But this is what Adam was thinking, no doubt. And Adam was wrong in his thinking. But they were told to be fruitful and multiply. He was treating this woman like she's different. He didn't hate her. He didn't know how to hate. He didn't know how to love. He was capable of hatred. He was capable of love. He's capable of all these feelings and emotions we have today. But they didn't know any of them. Adam was capable of loving God, but he didn't love God. He hadn't learned love. Love, you have to learn to love God. You have to learn to love your fellow man. We have to grow into that. Adam was like a newborn baby. A newborn baby don't love his parent, don't love nobody, don't love nothing. It cries because it's hungry. And when it's fed, it gets happy. He's happy when he's fed. He's happy when it's full. He's happy when his diaper's changed. And as he grows, he realizes who is doing this for him. He looks at the person who feeds him. He looks at the person who holds him. He looks at the person who comforts him. And he likes that. And he learns to love that person. He counts and depends on them. And that's the way we are, like newborn babes. And this is the way Adam was emotionally when God made them. They didn't know love, but God told them to be fruitful and multiply. It might have taken Adam 20 years to grow emotionally, start to growing emotionally. So he started doing a lot of things. It might have took him some time. We don't know how long it took because he was like a baby. He didn't have to learn how to walk and talk and things like that. But he didn't know emotions. He had no real emotions. If he'd have loved his wife, he may have learned positive things, but he didn't love her as he should. Was ignoring her until after they ate that forbidden fruit. Then he may have started making love to her, but they weren't able to be fruitful and multiply because God wouldn't allow it at that point if they did, because they disobeyed him. But that's where we get into all of this. Capable of love. God doesn't make us love him, but we're capable of loving. And if we learn to love each other, we learn to love God better. That's why the scripture says no man has seen God at any time. He said, if you hate your brother whom you've seen, how can you love God? That's why we're supposed to love each other. Now, Adam and Eve, they did learn to love each other. Now, Cain was capable of love. Cain didn't love his brother because he slew him. He killed his brother. He should have loved his brother. He should have learned to love his brother. But he was jealous. He was envious. Those are learned emotions because of the disobedience of man. We get into all kind of trouble simply because we disobey God. We don't walk upright before him. We don't seek him. We don't acknowledge him as we should. We get into all kind of trouble because of disobedience. I'm going to have to break down these. I have to get some help on my channel. I'm going to have to break down